Hello, my name is Catalina Alzate. Um, if you don't speak Spanish, I'm gonna pronounce my name correctly. It's Catalina, like a strong T, Catalina Alzate, and I'm creating this video to introduce my project, the Critical Anatomies Lab. You can visit the website in criticalanatomies.com. And this is just like a short video capsule to talk about the ideas behind the lab and what is the purpose of it. So the idea behind critical anatomies is to think about the representations of bodies in medical scenarios and in healing scenarios. So we look at like anatomies of like Western medical traditions. We have these bodies with all the organs outside, and I wondered what these body representations help us learn about ourselves and whose bodies have not been present in anatomical images. Um, I'm also inspired by the diagrams of acupuncture and indeed from the idea that the body is completely interconnected, which is kind of one of the basic principles of acupuncture, as well as that the mind and the body are not separated, and I will add the spirit into it. It comes the idea of thinking what body representations we want to see, who's creating them, and what are the possibilities for design to create scenarios for groups of people to create body representations and anatomical representations of embodied experiences. So that's part of what we've been doing, especially using the method of participatory body mapping. I've been working with people and communities who provide different forms of care, and thinking on making collective body representations. And part of that, which I'm not going to go in depth here, but part of that is also asking the question of the body from the body. So we use a lot of like somatics and other sensible pedagogies, etc. But the other component of this is to think about the role of technologies in health and well-being and care. So when we think about caring and kind of everything that it entails, caring when it enters institutions and it enters a technology and it enters kind of systems, it brings a lot of questions about who's caring for whom in society, and how the labor, because it's really a form of labor of care, is continues to be undervalued and made invisible. So for that, we have a reading group in which we study the role of technologies and care. Particularly, we are going to start, the first book is on indigenous understandings of healing, to kind of complicate the question of technologies, because many times in design we want to create the next technology or the next service design that kind of solves a problem, but the question of the body, though is always present, is largely ignored. And I feel that that question itself gives us so many insights into what are the systems and what are the technologies that we actually need. So we have a reading group of that on that, and one of the things that is transversal to the work in the lab is collaborating with organizations, with communities. I should have started by saying this, but I am located in the University of Illinois. I'm an assistant professor in graphic design. So my position within the academia calls me to generate bridges with community organizations, and to generate knowledge in more plural and in more diverse ways, diverse ways of thinking, kind of converging within design practices. That's kind of the idea. So I collaborate with public health organizations, with doulas, with movements, organizers, NGOs, and one of the models for community healthcare that I support and I want to bring visibility to and build a collective analysis about is community acupuncture. We are going to be talking. I'm going to be talking about it in a different video. But yeah, so it's always working and making all these processes in collaboration with organizations outside academia. And part of this process is also sharing knowledge and sharing ideas through videos and other forms of communication. So we will have more of that in this channel. So thank you for listening. This is the Critical Anatomies Lab. Go and visit the website criticalanatomies.com. Thank you for listening.